Oh, geez, what smells?
Well, that stinks.
Hey everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of Blue Cheese Stinky Movies on Blu Ray. This is the show where we pair up a cheesy movie with a cheesy snack. I'm your old pal the Moo Cow, and today I'm joined by
Jonathan A. Moody.
Yay! And the movie we are going to be doing this time is Alien Uprising. And I gotta be honest, I have no idea what this is. It's just got Jean-Claude Van Damme. Apparently it's a sci-fi kind of thriller, but it looks pretty darn cheesy to me. So that should be interesting. And we are pairing it up with some cream cheese Danish. So there you go. So we are going to go away. We're going to watch the movie. We're going to break into our snack, and we'll be right back, and we'll let you know how this movie is. So we'll be back. Bye.
Bye. See you soon.
Hello, we are back.
We are, sadly.
Okay, so blue cheese, stinky movies on Blu-ray. Yeah, Alien Uprising is a stinker.
It's a stinker.
Bad movie. Bad movie, no donut. The cheesy cream cheese Danish, on the other hand, fucking tasty as hell. This is really good. What did you think?
Oh, the Danish was the best part about the movie.
Best part about the movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, this movie is about these irritating British people who wake up one day, and I guess they're supposed to be invaded by aliens. So really, the movie should be called Invaded by Aliens.
Before that, they're at a club, all hanging out. Well, actually, even before that, we get flashbacks of a scene.
We don't know nothing about.
We don't have any idea what's going on. Then we go fast forward to a club, and like the girlfriend gets proposed, because that's what happens in these movies, is the character gets proposed to, so that we feel something romantically for them too, or whatever, and care about them, blah blah blah.
Yeah, have jokes on them because I didn't feel shit.
So then then basically the characters kind of go off, and one of them, like, it was the dumbest fucking scene in the world.
The dumbest movie in the world.
Right. There's a scene in a bar where the guy's hitting on this girl, and then he gets too close to her or whatever and spills some stuff on her. So she freaks out on him and yells at him, and all these guys decide to beat him up. They get into a fight, and then the security guards take him out down these huge ass steps and just tell him fuck off, basically. You're not allowed in here anymore.
But they show him at the bottom, not at the top, where they have to actually physically do something.
Yeah, so it was just ridiculous. So anyway, then his friends come to his rescue or whatever and kind of take him out of there, and then we go back home. Before then, this other guy that was randomly hitting on some chick gets the chick, I guess. I don't know. Chick follows them out and everything, and then they end up.
Chick.
Yeah, it was supposed to be funny and shit, because he's talking about her hey, this girl was hot, blah blah blah. She had nice ass tits, and they're like, no, right?
She's right there.
None of them say that. They just keep telling her don't, right? None of them say, hey, she's right behind you, dumbass. But anyway, so it's supposed to be sort of funny. Then she and him hook up while the other dude's puking the whole time.
Yeah, and you get to see that cross back and forth.
Yeah, so two people are hooking up while another guy's puking. Sounds about right. So, sounds about right for this movie. So we get a little bit of nudity, which was,
you get guy butt and you get chick boobs for about 30 seconds each.
not even 30 seconds. So, 10 seconds each, maybe. Well, the guy butt was longer than the girl.
Yeah, there was double butt.
But anyway, so it just kind of kept going. So anyway, like, so they wake up and they realize, I guess they have no power, right? Is that when they realize it? Just kind of like
phones don't work.
The phones don't work. Nothing seems to be working. They go outside. It feels very much like the start of a zombie invasion and not an alien invasion. So the phones aren't working. Nobody's explaining things. They can't get the radio to turn on.
But they still bicker and argue about everything.
Yeah. So then they decide to go into town. And I guess because there's no power and all this stuff's happening, there's riots, but they're like very quiet riots.
Yes,
you know.
They're nice, polite British riots.
Yeah. You don't actually, like, nobody's like breaking. But and look, I get it. It's a low budget independent film. You can't have them breaking into a store. It's gonna, like, or whatever, breaking the stuff to a store. They don't show a riot. Like, there was no point to the riot.
I love the fact that they managed to sneak in. They're stealing food, which you never see, by the way. And finally, the doors open up, and there's like 5,000 people there banging on the door. And what happens? 3 walk in. Nobody else does. And it's the same 3 that they had a problem with, conveniently earlier in the film.
Yeah. Oh, they had a problem with them because they were picking on some lady, some African-American girl who was just minding her own business, trying to get in there or whatever, just like they were. And then they were, like, treating her like shit just because they're supposed to be the stereotypical douchebags. Although we forgot about the random guy that talks to the people or whatever and kind of...
Yeah, some random bum shows up and spouts gibberish because he knows everything that's going on.
So, Paul made a joke early in the movie where he was like, I'm excited to see the aliens bombing themselves.
I'm waiting to see the birds fly down and explode
bomb.
like in Birdemic.
And like in Birdemic. This is Alien-demic for real.
Alien-demic.
There was so much like it. Like there was another character who was spouting off like political mumbo jumbo.
It's like, this is the reason why stuff is happening because blah 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 blah. This ridiculous old fart.
What? And nothing. It doesn't go on. Like nothing of that like connects. Like all the stuff he's saying about the government, all that stuff. Like it's not like they go out and talk to the somebody in charge or anything. Like that would make some sense to what he's talking about.
Making it up as they go along.
It was just like literally, okay, we need another scene here. Let's throw this character in here to kind of explain my political, like, I feel like the director, who's also the writer, had, like, I think his name's, like, Dominic Burns or something. He had, like, some kind of, like, political thing, or whatever, position, and he wanted that, like, said.
The old guy who's doing this, who's just like in Birdemic, I was expecting him to say, oh, I hear a mountain lion, I need to go.
Yeah.
Which would have been awesome, but he's there explaining all the political shit.
Than what happened.
I know. But he says the one thing that's really the theme of the movie where he's like, well, aliens invading, but maybe they're not really invading. Maybe they're just sitting there waiting for us to tear each other apart. That's basically what happens. The alien invasion isn't really an invasion. They come in, they sit there, and they allow, I guess because they're smart enough to know that humans are fucking stupid, that they just allow us to just wig out and just beat each other up and just kill each other for no real reason. Nobody's doing anything for any kind of reason at all. Just because I guess the aliens let them go. Just let them do it. They're smart. Aliens are smart.
Aliens aren't smart because like they get into an alien fight with some other aliens.
I have no idea what was going on.
Yeah, there's some other aliens that are fighting each other and blowing each other up, and I'm like,
it gets weirder and weirder as it goes along. And
not
I have
even
no
like
idea
in a good weird
on.
way. You know what I mean? Like this is not a what the fuck Friday, even though I was saying what the fuck most of the time because it made no sense, but.
This is a poorly shot, confuse the hell out of your audience kind of film.
And it's also kind of boring. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, we were talking about how if we didn't have to do this as a podcast or vidcast or whatever, YouTube show, we would have just not watched it.
And
we would have turned it off.
It's a shame because, I mean, there's a bunch of action stuff in there, but the action scenes are all pointless and they don't add anything. And it just adds to the confusion.
Oh, like Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah, why are these things going? Why are these things happening?
It was so funny, though. We pointed out earlier, like, Jean-Claude Van Damme is in a scene with, like, 4 or 5 other people, and like they never show like an over-the-shoulder shot or show that he's even in the same room.
Until like towards the end.
Like towards the end, but like we have this feeling he was there for 2 days or something, or he was there like they got his stuff earlier, all his stuff, and then they were like, okay, we'll get all of them on a later date doing that, but then we'll get all the stuff with him fighting when they show up to do the rest.
Yeah, there was this awkward moment where they show up at his farm and they're like, "Where is he? Where is he?" And then they show him from below by himself, like he just rolled out on a board or something. He's like, "Oh, here I am. Why are you still here?" Blah blah blah. And then you cut back to all of them, and then they react, and then they cut back to him, and he's down there still going, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, it's so awkward.
It was very strange.
The whole movie is very strange. There was a lot of shit that happened in the movie. It just didn't make any... Like, why was there a security guard, police officer guy that was, like, fighting him? Like, I didn't understand.
I mean, later on, it turns out because he's got the evil purple tattoo that he was one of the aliens. So, yeah. But the problem is that he's fighting the one guy, and then it turns out, spoiler alert, the one chick is an alien, too. Well, and then she wants to kill them. Then why didn't she jump in that moment and help her other co-alien kill them then?
Oh, because the little girl was there.
So?
And most of the time we thought the little girl was the alien.
We were hoping to make it more interesting.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, she was wearing purple. Like, I mean, that's what we thought. She was... That's why, and why else would that guy be trying to kill her?
Because the crazy old coot who came in earlier was like, "Beware the purple." Because as usual, the crazy old coot knows everything that's going on, and
yeah, he was the Friday the 13th, like, "You're all doomed."
Yeah.
You know,
and he was right. It turns out, which is good.
He was right because the script says so.
And the effects were just bad. They were cheap and cheesy. It was cheesy, so it works for cheesy Blu Ray blue cheese.
I know.
But yeah, it was just not good. Cheesy special effects and cheese could be fun. This was not fun cheesy. This was just poorly done, boring cheesy.
I mean, thank God you only bought this for like $1.
$1.
Because like. Had to spend, and I might buy it for $1. I mean, like, whatever.
Yeah, inflicting on other people's kind of fun.
It's got behind the scenes, so whatever. But I just...
I'm sure that's confusing, too.
I know. And so I no, like, none of the characters were that interesting.
No.
The plot was just so overdone.
The acting was okay. I mean, it's just, I didn't really like any of the characters, so
No.
I'm not sure if that's the actor's fault or just
No,
the way
it was the
it was written.
There was the writings.
Yeah.
Like...
It's like Shaun of the Dead, except there's not the dead. There's Shaun of the Aliens, except it's not that. It's Shaun of the Alien-demic. That's what I'm calling this movie. Shaun of the Alien-demic.
No, because Shaun of the Dead was at least a comedy. This wasn't even funny.
No.
This was wannabe funny. Like, this had so many scenes where they tried to be funny and it just failed miserably.
Yeah, it's no good.
I mean, look, I love independent films. We created Indie Film Cafe because we love independent films. There's just sometimes an indie film just sucks.
It just fails.
And
that's why it ends up in the dollar store.
Maybe. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of sometimes really good movies.
I mean, for $1, if you're looking to sort of chuckle and maybe inflict some pain on some friends, this might be kind of fun and the right mood if you kind of know what's going into it. But both of us were flying blind with this. We kind of picked this one because it said Jean-Claude Van Damme, so we figure that's always going to be good for a chuckle because he's always got some fun, cheesy movies, and he's only in it for 10 minutes at the most, chopped up.
So it says Sean Brosnan and Sean Pertwee. So we're wondering if they're related at all.
Yeah, they're their sons getting in.
Or Pierce Brosnan. It can't be. It could be. He's British, so it could be. I don't know. Yeah. Or cousin or something.
I gotta say, as an American too, a lot of the accents I couldn't understand what some of them were saying. I mean, when they were just kind of talking, it was one thing, and you could. But when everybody starts yelling, when there's a lot of people speaking at the same time, when there's music in the background, when they turn the rain machine on, I have no idea what 2/3 of what they're saying.
Right.
So the problem is that I don't think it matters. I mean, they're just saying nonsense, or they're just saying blah, blah, blah,
Yep.
blah, blah.
He's the son of Pierce Brosnan.
Aha, I knew it.
Yeah.
So the son of Pierce Brosnan and the son of John Pertwee.
I don't know. I haven't seen that one yet. I gotta find out.
That's my theory, anyway.
John and Sean Pertwee, I mean, that would
oh
make...
dear. Or maybe it's the grandson of John Pertwee, because he was kind of old.
Sean Pertwee was in Dog Soldiers.
Okay, I don't remember that.
Yeah, he
That's
was
interesting.
he was Wells.
But it's in British independent cinema, and it just didn't really work. I'm sorry, as a sci-fi movie, as a bad Sci-Fi Channel sci-fi movie. We both had the feeling that this started off maybe as a zombie movie, and then halfway through they're like, yeah, this would be more fun if we did it, or it would be better if we did it as aliens. No, I'm afraid not.
Mm-hmm.
We were thinking, well, it's kind of like The Happening, or kind of like Signs, a little bit maybe, but those, even as bad as those movies were, they were better than this one. It's just, people were doing a lot of dumb things for dumb reasons, and he couldn't understand what they were saying, and it didn't really matter in the end. I don't know. A lot of pointless stuff happened for no real reason. That whole scene where they go in to steal food because they're desperate, except they don't do anything with it. They never eat it. They never refer to it. It never does anything ever again. It was like the whole reason was because the script demanded there to be conflict, so they just tossed them in there.
You want to hear something funny?
What's that?
So this is what's known as nepotism in Hollywood. So there's John, or was it the Sean Brosnan,
Right.
Sean Pertwee, who is the son of John Pertwee.
I knew it.
And Bianca Brie is actually Bianca Bridget Van Dam.
Ah!
She's the daughter.
So that's why he's in there.
Yeah, no, that's why she's in
That's
there.
why
too.
she's in there too. I guess so.
She's the lead. She's or wait, was she the lead?
Oh dear,
She's the-
Jean-Claude Van Damme looked pretty old. I mean, I gotta say, he did move pretty well. I was impressed that he could actually move, like without a cane or anything, or without a walker. He did all right. He was actually in a little bit of action scene there. I was surprised to see that, but close-ups of him, he does not look good. The dye job they gave him looked terrible. He looked like he had too much makeup on. It just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe if it were more Hollywood or more, the production had more money, he would have looked better.
She's the brunette, right? Who's fighting
Yeah.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
That
So
makes sense.
they had that scene just so
there
that
you go.
okay.
You wanted it to be Cynthia Rock, but now we know.
Okay, so we know why. Okay,
Yeah.
so when we were watching the movie, I said, "Why is that chick fighting
Now
Jean-Claude
we
Van
know.
Damme?" Now we know that he wanted to fight his daughter in the movie. So if you want to see Jean-Claude Van Damme fight his daughter,
And who wouldn't?
that might almost be the only reason to get this movie for
There you
$1.
go. Has she been in any other things? Because if this is like her opening, and this is her introduction.
Well, this was 2013, so she.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah.
So she has been a couple
So
things.
Jean-Claude's even 8 years older than this.
Ooh.
But she looked convincing as a fighter. I mean, when she
yeah,
actually
she's
was
been in
doing
nothing but
stuff.
Jean-Claude Van Damme movies.
Yeah, there you go.
Like The Shepherd and Assassination Game, Six Bullets.
Yeah, I mean, she wasn't bad, like an actress or as a action person. She did pretty decent. I wonder if she's a stunt person too. It might be interesting.
Let's find out.
Maybe we could find a place for her. Just saying, how awesome would that be?
I mean,
She can move.
And
We
she's
need
actually
people-
a pretty damn good actress.
we
She was
need-
one of the.
We need people who can fight.
Oh, she's directed too.
Oh, there you go.
No, she's yeah, she directed something called Aaron Ultra, whatever.
I'm gonna have to find more of her stuff. That's
Yeah.
all there is to it.
So yeah, well, she's acted in a bunch of Jean-Claude Van
She
Damme
just has to
stuff.
stop glopping on all that red lipstick.
Yeah, she did put a lot of makeup on, but and we were talking about that, like, he was like, why do
With
you
a
have
trowel.
makeup when I'm just like, girls just want to be made up, and like it's a zombie apocalypse. It's
Yeah, even during the end of the world, you got to take that makeup up
Alien
and squash
apocalypse.
it all over, like the Joker.
So yeah, she she's done a couple, she's been in a bunch of his movies or whatever. Good for her.
Yeah, she shows a lot of promise.
I
give her
actually
that.
liked her as an actress.
Yeah.
And she was, of all the people, she was the one who kind of And so it makes more sense that where the guy's like, she's the hottest girl in the world. I'm like, Jean-Claude probably told him to write
we were
that
wondering, like, well, not really.
I'm like, I mean, she's
okay.
She's very attractive.
She's pretty.
She's very attractive.
But the hottest girl in the world?
Yeah, and that's why we don't see her naked in the movie because, she's,
and she's the only one with an American accent, so she kind of stands out. So she was kind of odd from the get-go. We just didn't know exactly what was going on until just now.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
And then her secret is, of course, is that she's actually an alien. So there you go.
Well, I don't so. As I said, there seems to be a little bit of nepotism in that thing where there's just a bunch of people.
Oh, that's okay.
And that's great.
Traditional.
That's fine. It's fine because I actually kind of like that sometimes because I like seeing this.
Well, it's different if she would have dragged her in here and she was terrible.
Right.
Then it would have been, then it would have been
like, okay, then.
But she was good. As an actress, she was fine, and as an action person.
And so were the other. I mean, the other actors were good. I mean, nobody really screamed terrible to me at all. Even the ones that were like the crazy people or whatever, I kind of like them.
Yeah, they were all right. It was the writing that really made them just seem like ridiculous half characters.
Yeah, it's just it needed a way better script. It needed more aliens.
Or some aliens. We never saw them until it turned out they were humans.
That was even worse because that just meant like they couldn't figure out what to do with them. You thought they were going to be like little jellyfish.
Right,
things.
because the spaceships had these little tentacle thingies that came down, so like, oh, they're jellyfish people. Is that what it is? Oh.
That would have been cool, but no.
You never saw that. You never saw them in their alien form. You only saw the one African-American guy who was kicking ass, and then you saw the chick. So I guess not only are they aliens, but they are alien ninjas. Alien ninjas from outer space. How many times have I been pushing that movie on you?
I don't know, but
see, that's
a great. They just changed it to Alien Uprising, which I think is a little misleading because there's no real uprising at all.
If you're invaded by aliens and you're fighting back, it's a human uprising. Hello. Right. But in the end, I mean, it's just there's like chaos and all these shit in the skies like pew pew pewing each other. We don't know who the hell's who or who the hell's doing what. It's like, are we fighting them? When did we get spaceships? I mean, it was just really weird and just dumb.
Simon Phillips, I've heard his name before too, so I think he's a British actor.
Yeah.
Some stuff. So I don't know. It's just honestly, this movie was okay. It had some fun moments to it, but like all in all,
it was bad overall. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, the fight scene between the father and daughter, I thought
that was fun.
That was fun. Now it's even more fun knowing that they're father and daughter.
Right.
Now I want to rewatch that. But aside from that, I don't know. I mean, it had some. Like, look, if you see it at the dollar store,
it's worth it $1. I'll give you that.
I was not gonna say that. Originally, I was telling them earlier. I was dead set on saying that it's not even worth $1. However, I mean, it is worth $1. It's worth $1. I say go watch it. If you're kind of in the mood, just understand that you're probably in the beginning of the first 30 minutes, you're not going to understand what the fuck is going on.
Yeah, it's not going to help later either.
You'll understand a little bit more.
Right.
I feel like.
So it's got a behind the scenes thing. So I'm very curious to see about that. I bet they're going to show some interaction between Jean-Claude Van Damme and his daughter. I'm very interested to see that.
Right.
So, and Julian Glover, I know that name. I just don't.
I don't know. Is he related to Danny Glover? Because that would be fucking awesome.
It's possible.
He could have been the black guy that's in the.
That would have been awesome. I mean, the sons of more
that's
famous
what I'm
people.
Saying.
Sons and daughters of more famous people.
It's kind of like when Joe Estevez and all those guys are in that beach. The God damn it, Alien movie too. But it was a beach movie. Remember? It was beach alien something. I don't know. Whatever.
Beach Alien Bingo.
Yeah, that would be a great movie title.
I would love that.
I know you would. No, it's fuck, dude. It's gonna kill me now. Beach Base from Beyond.
Oh yeah, Beach Base from Beyond.
Yeah.
We haven't done that.
Yeah, we did.
You did?
You did.
That's right. I did.
You did for the quick review Thursday.
That's fun. That's right.
Where I did.
See, they all merge together after a while.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. This had a few things in there, but it wasn't very good. But for $1, Come
There's
on.
a Julian Glover that was in an Indiana Jones
Oh no.
movie.
Is that the same guy?
He was Walter Donovan in Indiana Jones and
Like a real Indiana Jones movie? And I don't count the Crystal Skull as a real one. That's just a terrible one.
Oh, if it might be the Crystal Skulls, but
Oh,
I doubt
well,
it.
there you
I
go.
doubt it because it looked like a real. I don't know which one is this.
Because that was the shittiest of all.
Which one is this? 1989. Is it like? It's got to be like Last Crusade. I would. Yeah, it's the Last Crusade.
Last Crusade.
So he was in the Last Crusade. I'm wondering if this is the same Julian Glover. Let's find out because he did have like an and Julian Glover, right? Or with Julian Glover. So sorry, the internet here sucks. So,
Sorry.
oh well, you will know.
We'll put it down in the link. We'll let you know.
Starring the
we
real
find out.
Julian Glover.
But I know that name. That name I've heard before. He's probably been in a few other things. Probably British stuff.
Yeah, he looks like a British guy.
Maybe he's been on British TV. Black
He might be the
Mirror or
old.
something.
Which old guy? He was the old guy that was explaining the shit. That's who I'm
Could be.
thinking it is.
Could be. I don't know.
Look.
You thought that was
Look.
Sean Pertwee. Let's see.
No, that guy's Tramp. So I think that was one of the cops.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think that's I think if that's him, he's British looking. So yep, London, England.
All right.
So that's him.
Okay.
All right. Well, he
Old
was
white
in
dude.
some old white dude. I think he was the guy just spouting out political mumbo jumbo to the person randomly for 1 minute in the movie
At the gas station.
At the gas station. So I think that was literally, they're like, oh, let's get him for a day.
There you go.
I mean, look, Jean-Claude Van Damme and all these people that have famous family members and shit. Awesome. I mean, that's a great casting idea right there. I mean,
Well, I mean, obviously his daughter has some talent, so why not try and find some stuff for her?
Exactly.
Was that the first one that she was in? Probably not.
No.
She's got to have been in other things
no,
before.
she was in a few others.
That's
But
good.
I think this might be one of the first ones where she's like a big star of it. Like it's not about him; it's about her.
Right.
So
don't
I
know,
think
big
that's pretty
star,
cool.
But she was all right. She was all
Well,
right.
no, I mean, I think she was one of the big characters, main characters in it, compared to when he's like the main character of all the other movies. So there you go. But yeah, if you want to see Jean-Claude Van Damme and Jean-Claude Van Damme's,
Van Damme.
Oh God, I forgot about this.
So now we gotta rate our film here. So as usual, we have our stinky blue cheese cards here, right? And this is where you think that it's either a stinky movie, or if it's Gouda, or if it's just cheddar. So we all got to get our little cards, and sorry, we're not quite prepared here.
I know.
Let's see here. Blue cheese, Gouda, just cheddar. Oh, that's right, because we had them for 3, so there's sets of 3. So there we go. So, don't show me. Just, okay.
So Gouda is good, just cheddar is okay.
Okay, and then blue cheese is stinky.
Stinky, okay.
All right, so on the count of 3, let's reveal. We rate this particular film on a 1, and a 2, and 3.
Well, what did you?
I gave it a stinky blue cheese.
do.
Yeah, this is
Stinky. This is
not
stinky.
good.
I can't recommend this as far as
Yeah.
like this would be a good movie to watch.
Blue. You see all the stink lines coming
I
off.
know.
Yeah, it's not good. For $1, it's fun to watch, I suppose, for the things we've talked about earlier. But is it a good movie? No. Is
No,
it
it's
even
not.
a mediocre movie? No, I'm afraid not.
I don't think it's mediocre.
No.
So far, the 2 ones we've done, we both agreed.
Yeah.
On stuff. I mean, I think you and I have like the same sense of stuff. Like we know what's good or what's bad.
At this point.
At this point, we've seen enough.
We've seen it all.
Hi.
Just about. But anyway, thanks for joining us. This one was a little longer this time, but we will be back next month with another episode of Blue Cheese, and who the heck knows what kind of movie we're going to come up with and pair with a cheesy snack. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you next time on Blue Cheese.
Bye.
Reach over and turn it